This is the first piece of equipment I ever let the smoke out of. I bought a microscope for my sons. The coolest part about being a vet tech is I got to use a microscope for a living, looking for parasite eggs in stool. But anyway, so I bought my sons a microscope, a real microscope, not those toy ones they sell at Toys R Us. But I plugged the wrong kind of power source into it, and I let the smoke out of it, so it doesn't work anymore. But I still have it all, which is kind of cool. So the coolest part is this, which are the prepared slides. And I actually learned how to prepare a blood slide or a blood smear at work, but these come prepared already. And there's some cool things that they even look kind of cool without the microscope. This is your pollens, and then it goes into tiny creatures, plant louse, fruit flies, shrimp, eggs, silkworm, red sponge, ant, mouse fur. And then we got plants, onion rind, which is fun to look at, silver berry scaly hair, camellia, bamboo shoots, sponge gourd. We got some insects, dragonfly wing, which is wings, bug wings are so cool. Leg of a butterfly, leg of a honeybee. And then animals, we got a goldfish scale, camel hair, canary feather, cat hair, dog hair. And then into textiles, we got panya, nylon, wool, handmade paper, hemp fiber, silk stuff, cotton fiber, and Bemberg. I don't even know what Bemberg is, so that's something I have to look at. But my boys used to look at these, and then we'd go get water from the creek and look at all the critters that live in the water. Anyway, so those are really cool. And that's the microscope that I bought them right here. That is now had the smoke let out of it, so it doesn't do much. But this is exactly the type of microscope we used at my work. The smaller lens or whatever it is to kind of find your place. And of course the magnification goes up. With the longest one is usually an oil immersion, where you have to put a little oil on the tip of the lens so that it kind of creates a suction with the slide, and then you can actually see things really microscopic in an oil immersion. I was going to show you how to do a blood smear using some self-injury techniques in the name of science, but then I thought that's probably a bad example. So I'm going to show you how you're supposed to do a blood smear with coffee. It's pretty simple. What you do, just take a drop of blood or coffee and you put it right there. So now I got my drop of blood. And the idea is you want to smear it across so you can get as thin a layer of blood cells as possible, so you can do like a red blood cell count, a white blood cell count, right? In vet hospitals years ago, before everything got sent off to labs, we did it all, in the back of the house, in-house lab. So it was so much fun getting to play with microscopes for a living. So blood smear, and you got to kind of get good at it because you want to get it thin. And the idea is you bring the slide across and then you slide it, and then that makes a smear in between. And if it was blood, you could actually see the smear. You can kind of see the coffee smear. Kind of tempted to look at it under a microscope, but I can't. But that's how you just kind of do a quick pull, and then you'll get a smear of blood, and then you can count the red blood cells and the white blood cells and the neutrophils and all sorts of fun stuff without having to send it off to a lab. The only thing we sent off to labs really were cultures and oncology slides. When a dog would come in with a lump, you would aspirate the lump by sticking a needle in it and just sucking out some cells and put that on a slide, and you could often tell if it was cancerous or benign. So I learned a lot of cool science as a vet tech. That was really my favorite part about it. So that's my microscope. My boy's microscope that doesn't work. That's it for our science lesson for today. Thank you.